Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'm going to be telling stories of times I've almost passed out before. Because I'm a very clumsy person and a lot of things happen to me, this kind of thing has happened more than once, but luckily I've never actually passed out before and I tend to keep it that way, so thank you for clicking on this video. If you like this kind of videos, check more of mine out, but anyway, let's get into the story. Now, ever since I was young, I always knew that I liked animals and liked to work with animals and I liked being around them. So I was looking into being a veterinarian, and I still am as of now, so yeah. At the time of this portion of the story, I was going into 6th grade, and originally I wanted to shadow a vet when I was younger, but she said I had to wait till I was in 6th grade, so when 6th grade came around I was really excited and I really wanted to do that. Now at the kind of area that I was interning, well, shadowing or whatever at, there's this back area, where they do surgeries and stuff like that. And I was 11 then, and I thought I could handle stuff, as 11-year-olds sometimes do. But basically, she was like, okay, I'm doing this neuter, and a lot of times sometimes people pass out and stuff, so just be really wary and stuff. And of course I was over here and I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. I'm so good. I have such a strong stomach. You have no idea. Basically, that's what I was doing because I wanted to prove it to her and stuff. So, she starts the surgery and, I don't know, you probably don't know this, but anywho, the, materials that she used, it kind of had, a burning smell to it. And if you know anything about me, if I smell a burning smell, it makes me want to feel like I'm passing out or, being sick, which I still knew at the time. I was not thinking about this at this point at all. I was just like, okay, it's fine, I can do this, let me get through this, whatever. So she starts it, and I'm sitting there along with some other techs and stuff, and it's perfectly fine. When all of a sudden I start to feel really, really, really hot, and almost I want to throw up, and it was so bad. Because the smell was getting in my nose and stuff, so I was feeling really hot. I was feeling like I was gonna throw up, and it was just really bad. My cheeks were so red, and so they looked at me and they're like, hey, are you okay, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, totally. And I'm leaning up against the wall and stuff, just please don't. So eventually she was like, okay, well, do you feel like you're about ready to pass out or something? And I was like, well, I mean, kinda. I'm like, okay, whatever. And she's like, do you want some water? And I was like, yes, that'd be good. And my legs were kind of shaking, so I sat down and they got me some water and it was fine after that. But I was like, oh my gosh, I thought that I could do this, but I didn't. I was so wrong. So yeah, that was really interesting. So now the next time that I almost passed out, this isn't in order, I think. I mean, I'm trying to go in order, but But anywho, so if you've watched previous videos of mine, you would know that the house I'm in right now had a lot of problems with it that we didn't know about, when we moved in. As for one was rat poison getting in the air ducts, which is really important for this part because, again, if you watch my video, if you want to watch it, then I'll link it or I'll put it at the end of this video, but if not, then that's cool too. But anywho, rat poison definitely affects your lungs, obviously. If you're breathing rat poison, if you're breathing any poison, of course it's going to affect you somehow. And for me, how it affected me is if I would take a shower and I would use hot water, it would feel like my lungs were constricting and I couldn't breathe. Even I think I noticed this when I was taking showers still at my old house when we were still in the process of moving in. I take a hot shower and I'd be wheezing and feeling I could not breathe and I'd have to turn it off, which was not normal. And so obviously it was from the house and the rat poison that we were breathing. So this one day I'm taking a shower and I know that that kind of happens to me, but again, I always think that I can handle things when there's no scientific physical way that I can. So yeah, I'm taking a shower and it's on hot and there's steam everywhere and everything's fine, but I continue to take the shower and then eventually I had to get out because as I was sitting there, my blood pressure must have went down so much, and that might have also been a factor in this too. But anyway, I was sitting there and I was starting to see spots of the black coming in my eyes, and I was getting somewhat dizzy. I had this sharp high-pitched sound in my ears as I was feeling all the stuff being really, really hot and feeling I couldn't breathe or whatever. And my legs being like shaking and like feeling like I was throwing up and all of that stuff. And so I eventually turned like the shower off and I got up and I just like sat down on the toilet and closed my eyes. And I remember like still hearing like the like really high pitched buzzing in my like ears, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I dying? Like, what is this? I was like low-key scared that I was gonna pass out or something. That's the only time anything like that bad has ever happened to me, where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna like, I don't know what's gonna happen, like what's going on. So I was like really, really like weird, scary thing. I was like, I even went to my mom's room after. I was like, this is like not okay. And she's like, well, are you okay now? I'm like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, you're fine. And that was basically what the conversation amounted to. So yeah, and it's never happened again, which is a good thing. But like, just that feeling of like I was almost gonna pass out. Like, I can't imagine actually passing out if like that comes like after that, because I was so close, like so close. The next time I can remember right now that I almost passed out was actually kind of recently. It's kind of funny story. It's not like the last one, and it's not like in the same vein as the first one, but yeah, I thought I'd tell it because it was kind of funny. So basically, in my advanced biology class, we were doing a lab on the respiratory system. And basically we had a bunch of balloons that we had to like blow up, and we were like measuring the balloons about like regular breath and like bigger breaths and that kind of thing. So the balloons we got, we had to like stretch them out before we were like blowing them up, and I thought I was stretching them out like fine, but like I wasn't. So as I went to like blow it up, like it just kind of like went up a little bit and then just stayed there, even though I was like blowing into it. And again, because I'm like a very not good at this kind of thing, I like blew it up all the way, like I put all of my breath into the balloon, and that was not a good thing. So I kept doing like over and over and over, and like I literally went up to other people and I was like, hey dude, can you like blow this up for me, because I can't stretch it out and it's not working. But anywho, because I kept like trying to blow it up over and over, and like my cheeks were getting red, which I know because my partner, he was like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? Your cheeks are red. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then again, this was the only other time I think I saw spots in my eyes, like black spots, you know. And I was just like trying to blow it up. And I was like, oh my gosh. And like I was like breathing like heavily like all the way into the next class. And I was like feeling lightheaded too, because my head like hurt too, like after that class, because I kept trying to blow it up over and over, even though it wouldn't blow up. So when I went in my next hour, I was like, yeah, I almost passed out. This isn't a good day for me. Like, I was in the first hour and I already almost passed out. Like, that wasn't, no. And I'm gonna go on a slight tangent here, because it was really funny, because like just a few days later I was babysitting my little cousins, and they had a bunch of green balloons, and my little cousin was like, he's like 4 by the way, and he was like, oh hey, like blow this up for me. I'm like, well, last time I tried doing this I almost passed out, so hopefully I can try to blow it up semi-well. And I ended up actually doing that good, so I think it was just my balloon then or whatever. But yeah, it's just funny how that happened. And yeah, I think this is all for this video. I may have been panting slightly at the beginning of this because running around, but yeah, it's fine. Anywho, thank you for watching. If you watched this all the way through, I am very grateful, and if you like this video, like I said at the beginning, maybe watch some more of mine. And yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye. My blood pressure must have went down like really much. Look.